Hello everyone, I've got a little video here today about adding text to a video and then to make it look nicer with simple animations afterwards. So just before we get started, I'd like to say this is a brand new channel. In fact, this is my very first video. So if you'd like to subscribe to me, you'd make me very happy. I shall be bringing out more videos on a fairly regular basis too, so you'll be the first to hear about them. Anyway, enough of that, let's get on with it. So as you can see, I've already got the Shotcut video editor open with a little short video in for demonstration purposes. So let's get on with putting text in. There's many different ways of doing text, and this is just my favourite way. For that we need to have another video track. So we come over to the left hand side to these three little bars here, and we click on this icon and we take the second option, add video track. There you can see it above the one we've already had. There's another way of doing this if you want, just out of interest. You click here anywhere on the right hand side of that or below it on this area, right click, and the same kind of menu comes up. See, second one is add a video track, but I don't need to add another one because I've already got one. Right, next thing we do is we come right up here and we click on here and we get a menu come and we take the first option, which is colour. Click on that, and as you can see, this box, transparent box, opens over here, and we just click OK, and that goes into our source window. We need to get that, however, into the playlist. So we come over, click on playlist, and then you can drag this across into the playlist. And when it's now in the playlist, you can drag this down onto the timeline, or onto the video track, I should say, that we made a couple of moments ago. There it is. Now you can move this any way you want, just drag it. You put your cursor in and then just drag it along the timeline if you want. You can make it bigger and smaller and all by grabbing hold of the edge and just also dragging that. But we'll leave it about here. Now to get your text in, we need to select this by left clicking on it, like that. And then we come up here to filters and we click on filters. And then we click on a plus sign up here and all these lovely filters open. The one we want is called Text Simple, so we go down to it and we click on it, and there it's opened, and there's a time code in it which we don't want. So the best way to get rid of that is to highlight it and then press either backspace or delete on your keyboard. And there you go, done, sorted. Right, I'm going to put some text in now. Anything will do just for demo. There you go, and we're going to change this in a few little ways. The first thing is we're going to make it a bit smaller. Easy, just put your cursor on any one of the four corners and drag it in a little bit. There you go. Then we can put the cursor right in the middle and drag it and position it wherever we want it. I'm going to leave it there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to change the colour. As you can see here, it says font and a white square next to it. Well, we don't want white. So we just click on that and all the lovely colours we've got available are open there. We're going to click on this golden yellow colour here. Click OK and your font goes that nice colour. Now I want a border on the text. There is a very slight border on it. As you can see here, says thickness of the border, it's 3. Basically, the lower the number, the thinner the border, and the higher the number, the thicker the border. I like it about 14, so I'm just going to put it up there now to 14. There you go. Now I think that looks quite nice, but one thing more we're going to do, and that is change the font. The default font in this video editor is Sans, as you can see just here. So we click on it, all the fonts we've got in our computer are available, and I'm going to go for one that I installed myself couple of weeks ago called Punch. There you go, let's find it. There it is. Click on that. And there you go, look at that. That is a lovely font. That is a wonderful looking font. That, I love that. Okay, now we can play this font. It's in the video. So let's take the playhead over here and click go, and we shall see what happens. And there you are. You've got font on your video. It's simple, isn't it? But I think that comes in a bit abrupt, and it goes a bit abrupt. We can do better than that. So the first little bit of animation we're going to do is to have a fade in and a fade out on the text. Now, like some of the other things, there's a number of different ways of doing it. I'm going to do it a bit of a different way today, and that is by transition. Now, to get a transition, we need to go back into the playlist. So click on playlist. And that transparent box that we used before, we're going to use it again. We drag it down next to the text box on the left. And then we do the same thing again, but this time on the right. We now put our cursor in the middle of the one on the left, and we drag it over towards the right, overlapping our text box by about 1/2 inch. And then we go over to the other one on the right, and this time we drag it to the left, overlapping also by about 1/2 inch. Now let's play this text again. Now there you could see a difference. That faded in and it faded out. A much nicer effect than before. Now these transitions, if you make them bigger or smaller, you can affect the text. So if you make the transition boxes really small by just putting your cursor on the edge and dragging them in, the effect will be that the fading comes really quick. You hardly notice it, to be honest. If you make the boxes much bigger, then the fading takes much longer to gradually come in. And it's a personal taste. You just do it until it comes to how you like it. And that's it. I'm not actually going to show you on this one. I'll show you on the next little bit of animation, which I'm going to do now. So you come over to this first transition, right click on it and select properties. And then you come right up here and you click where it says dissolve right at the top here, and that will open all your transitions. We're going down to the third one, bar horizontal, and we come over to the second transition and we right click on that, click properties, click up here the dissolve, and all the transitions are open again, and we click on bar horizontal again. Now we're going to play the text. And there you could see the text comes in from the left, one letter at a time. I think that's a right nice effect. It goes out the same way. Now this time I'll show you what happens if you make the boxes smaller. So we'll make both these boxes smaller. Now we'll play the text again. And as you saw, it comes in much quicker and goes out much quicker. Now we'll do the opposite. We'll make them boxes bigger than they were originally. We'll see what happens again. Now the text comes in much slower, and I think that's even nicer. And again, it's all down to personal preference. You mess about with a box till it comes how you like it. Everyone's got a different taste. Just one last thing before I go. I personally like the text to come in from the left but go out from the right. And the way you do that is you come up here, and underneath where the bar horizontal is, it says invert wipe. To the left of that is a little checkbox. If you click on that checkbox, now when you play the text, you can see it goes out from the right. So the job's a good one. I'm off. I'll see you later.